And it's good fun.
Yeah, it's a day out, isn't it?
What happens when celebs go head-to-head?
One celebrity is definitely going down.
Russian roulette, following the ITV news headlines.
For the midsummer elderly, death is calling sooner than expected.
I think there's something rather odd about it.
It isn't the first time it's happened.
Perhaps they're not as innocent as they look.
We all have our little secrets. Stupid woman.
John Nettles in Midsummer Murders, Good Friday, 8:30, ITV1.
And that's lunchtime.
Got the urge for a new Burger King Tex-Mex Whopper for only $1.99? Got the urge? Get to Burger King.
Now 54, over 40 of the biggest hits around. Now 54, that's what I call music.
Ashamed of your mobile? Get the new Samsung V200 on T-Mobile plus an instant gift. Only at Phones For You now. We'll find the right phones for you.
You are 11 months old, growing about 0.5 millimeter a day, even while sleeping. Because sleep is so vital to your development, Pampers created Baby Dry. It absorbs faster for exceptional dryness to help you get the sleep you need to grow. Exceptionally dry, Baby Dry. Inspired by babies, created by Pampers.
I think they've undercharged us.
We're hammering down prices, and there's an extra 10% off everything this Thursday.
I'm going back in.
Homebase.
Rona Cameron presents Russian roulette. That's in just a few minutes. This is ITV1. The news headlines now with John Suchet. It's 9 o'clock.
Good evening. Ali Abbas, the boy maimed in the bombing of Baghdad, is tonight arriving in Kuwait for treatment to try to save his life. Earlier this evening, he was airlifted out of Baghdad, where doctors had battled against chaos for 10 days to keep him alive. They had warned that they did not have the medicines or equipment to treat him and feared septicemia would set in. An emergency medical crew is on standby to treat Ali when he reaches Kuwait. Doctors there have already treated several Iraqi children injured during the war, and they're confident that Ali will get the best possible care.
Everybody is alert, and I think that Ali will be another example of the success of the professional medical team.
And we'll have a live update from the hospital in Kuwait on News at 10. Iraq began the long and difficult process of finding a new government today. Talks took place near Nasiriyah involving political and religious leaders with British and American officials. There was also a demonstration by supporters of Iraq's Shia majority who are opposed to foreign participation. Hundreds of custom-made weapons found in the house of Saddam Hussein's son, Uday, have been seized by the US Army. The high-tech and luxury weapons include 76 gold-plated AK-47s and 20 nickel-plated automatic rifles engraved with Saddam's insignia. The cash is being itemized by the Americans and will eventually be turned over to a new Iraqi government. Here, the Defence Secretary was forced to apologise today to the widow of a British commando who died in the war on Iraq. Leanne Seymour had been asked to repay part of her dead husband's salary. Despite the apology, she emerged from her private meeting with Jeff Hoon saying she was still being made to suffer financially.
I think his words were that I'm not going to live in luxury, but at least I'm not going to be poor, which I just think is terrible. It's terrible. I should be no worse off than what I was before this whole situation arose, which I will be.
In other news, the Army Major convicted last week of cheating to win the top prize in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is still protesting his innocence. In an exclusive interview, he insisted he had been wrongly convicted of the coughing plot.
Well, I'm absolutely shocked by the guilty verdict. It's got devastating implications on both myself and clearly my family, and it's very difficult to see what the future has for us.
I'll have details on all those stories in an hour's time on News at 10. The plane carrying Ali to Kuwait is due to land at 9:30. We'll have a live report from the hospital there. I'll be back after Russian roulette.
This is ITV1.